Hi guys, Calvin here. Just give you a little update on what's going on. As I say, I advocate this book a month or so since I restarted using the book, and it makes a big difference in your life if you make a diary of your life and keep these pages with you all the time. Sort of log what you do in the day. Check off what you did in the day. And any kind of ideas that come up at any time, jot them down. Just jot them down. You know, I mean, look, I got stuff in here that looks like hieroglyphics. I woke up in the middle of the night, some crazy idea goes through my head. Just reach over and scribble something down on the paper. I can figure it out in the morning. But it'll make a big difference in your life. And I get, trolls up there and stuff like that saying, oh, well, we use computers and we use tablets and we use phones to keeping our notes. Well, that's fine. Keep the notes if you want, but there's nothing like a book laying there, a piece of paper, and you scribble down some ideas. It works. And it worked many years ago for me, and I'm proving it to a fellow. It's working again, and everybody's looking for free energy, free stuff. There's free stuff out there all over the place. There's, and people are free. People are energy. If you ask somebody to do something for you and they do it, that's great. Okay, and he suggests masterminds, because masterminds, they give you ideas. You get ideas from this stuff, and people will help you. If people are, they're free energy. They're free. They do things for you. I mean, and okay, if you want to start a mastermind, what better way is there to ask? So I put a little ad on the internet looking for anybody who wants to start a mastermind. And you can be involved in lots of these things. I consider everything I do and everybody I'm around as a mastermind. They're like a mastermind. You ask them questions, and if they come up with ideas, or you can convince them to do something that could help themselves or you, it is very powerful. I put an ad on the internet yesterday for a mastermind group. Anybody wants to start a mastermind? Well, hey, come on, let's chat. And it helps, and you need people in this life. We can't do this without people. Somebody built this house I'm in. I didn't build it, but I financed it through banks or people working in there. I used Carleton Sheets' course many years ago, along with doing something every day. If you do 3 things a day, small things, I don't care what they are, that could benefit you in some way, and at the same time possibly help others, you know what, it works. And you know what, even your family, if you can ask them to do something for you, or check something, or get something, keep an eye on something for you, that's fine. We got a little guy. I got a guy that's I'm getting to 14 now. He's constantly looking for vehicles on the internet. Just constantly looking. And the other day, he found this old Toyota. Excellent shape. I think the guy had it up for like $1,200. It was an older one. $1,200, and then it went down. Finally, it was at $600. Or best offer. The guy took the most ugly pictures he could of the car, and put the year down there, and it looked like a piece of real junk in the picture. And I says, okay, to the boy, we'll look at it after I do go pick up some stuff downtown. And so we went and looked at it, and the guy pulled up right then, and I was looking at it, and then he says, well, are you okay with the $300? I guess the guy previously offered him $300. I says, sure, yeah, I'm okay with that. He says, aren't you the guy that I was talking to? I says, no. And then my boy says, oh, it's Travis. Oh. I says, yeah, I'm fine with the $300. Then his phone rings, and it's the guy, or a text come in. It's the guy wants to come and get the car. But he didn't put no money down. I says, hey, I just said, yes, I'm good with it. I give you $100 to it. Okay. So, I mean, at the scrap yard, I'll get $500 for it right now, if I wanted to. But man, the car's in good shape. It's only 170,000 click, I think it's got on it. And 2 little wee holes in the rocker panel and a little bit of rust around the wheel wells at the back. Car's been oiled all the time, runs great. It needs a little bit of paint touch-up in that, but that's what I did all my life, and that's will take me a few hours. What is the big deal, Anyway, those are things that you can get people to do for you, Anything people can do for you around you that can help you in some way is free energy. You just speak to it and it happens. And you keep your mind open, like learn new things. Watch things like Myron Golden. Type him in, and he's a he's a I guess multi-millionaire. He's been broke in his life. He's been rich, and he's been broke again, and now he's rich again. And he teaches people how to do these kinds of things. At the same time, he's a preacher. Very interesting. I advocate him. Reading his first book that he wrote, Trash Man to Cash Man. Very interesting. It's a good read. And there's so much stuff out there. There's, so many different ways, and we have to change our mindset of how we think about things. If we, the biggest problem is in life, like Myron says, is getting going. Starting stops people. Starting. The people look at it, oh, it's too hard. My life is going along. Oh, okay, heck with it. So they don't do it, and we all have that problem. We all have problems with of getting going, and that's why I'm using this book again. First of all, I used this kind of thing way back when I was young, and it worked within a very short time. I mean, I got into business, painting business, and wasn't making very much money, so I seen all these internet programs, and I started reading things like Lazy Man's Way to Riches. I found that book way back when. There was a whole Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Lazy Man's Way to Riches, there's so many books. You read those books and do something in your day. If you don't take action, if you just sit here and do nothing, or go back to bed, or just wait, everything will be okay. But like Myron says, he says, you know what? They say, be cautious of these get-rich-quick schemes. Get-rich-quick schemes. Well, what do you want? Stay in the stay broke forever scheme? Stay broke forever? Is that all right? Love of money is the root of all evil, but having money and using it as a tool and helping people with it and helping yourself, that's not the love of money. That's you can get very rich and not be in love with money. Money's a tool, and I'm not out to get rich. I'm not rich. I got rid of all the real estate many years ago when I found I didn't like it. I had issues with the government because I become an activist, fighting all kinds of crap that's not even as bad as what's going on today. But anyway, I got out of it. I let it all go. I just found this house out in the country and sold the real estate off, shut the business down, and just found little ways of keeping fed and keeping things okay and doing what I wanted to do. Since I moved out here, well, I've been out here close to 20 years. I've had 2 motorhomes. I've traveled, and I've done things. I got everything you could possibly think. and I'm not in love with any of it. It's just stuff. And stuff rots. Stuff. The more stuff you got, in lots of cases, gives you problems. You know, the more stuff you got, the more maintenance you got, the more you got to fix. You know, and yes, I moved to the country. I didn't like that town over there. I called it Sodom and Gomorrah from the time way before I moved out here. I says, this is terrible. You know, people busting your windows and needles all over the place. And, you know, one time somebody followed the wife right into the house at night from the street and didn't know I was home. I confronted this guy in the back porch. Well, he left. That's all I can say. But anyway, yes, you just have a good day. But I really advise you get a book. Like I said, you may have not watched the rest of my videos, but I mean, you get a Duotang like I got, and you put paper in it. And every day you do things, and you check off things that you did in the day, and then you can look through your pages of things. Some days I got sort of empty, and some days there's lots of writing in some of them, and it stirs up ideas, you know. And try to write down what you're going to do tomorrow. If you got today's date sort of covered, just transfer some stuff from one page to the next page and write a list down, and then make little check marks when you did things, when you didn't do things. Go over things. It's a mind jolter. It wakes you up. It puts you going in life. You know, it gets you going. You know, you're going to sit here, you know what, sit here and rot. Well, yeah, we're all rotting. We're coming to the end, no matter what we say. We're coming to the end of this. And we can't take anything with us, but it's good to be able to set things up, to have enough while you're here, not have to panic about the bills coming in, not have to, I mean, yeah, nobody likes the bills, and yeah, but the thing is, if you can live all right, the way I see it, if I got enough money to spend to buy whatever I basically want month to month, it's okay. I'm not cheap. I'm frugal. I look for deals. I look for stuff that can help me or somebody in some way. Why not? And I look to help people. I mean, I put up little ads for some bar that I got involved with in Colville. You know, I mean, they let us come in there to sit. We could sit and we could talk with people. So I said, well, you know what? Enough of this. This is a locked up club. Get bands in here. There was a comedy show in there. You know, like set up karaoke. Bring people in. You know what? If they got to come into a place that has a buzzer on it, because it was a Legion, for Members Legion, what can they do? I mean, they do come in. If they do get in, well, whatever. You know, what are they going to do? It was a bunch of crap. But anyway, that's maybe because I say it was a bunch of crap, this whole thing. Maybe they'll take my YouTubes away. Ha! Who cares? Look on BitChute. Okay, have a nice day, guys, and don't waste your life. God give you this life. All the stuff's been created. It's all a creation. So enjoy it. Be thankful for what you got in your day. So have a good day, guys, and take care. And be good. Be kind. And careful. Thank you.